I'm speaking about our space history, which it goes back a lot. When I'm talking about our space history though, I literally mean just ours, like our planetary system with our Earth, our Jupiter, like our Mars, all our stargates. This is not including space history that belongs to a bunch of other planetary systems. In our planetary system, in Stargate 11, we're in Stargate 3. 3 is Earth. So in Stargate 11, millions of years ago, there was a being named Metatron. And Metatron decided he wanted to live forever. What do I mean by that? Is pretty much the fact of he wanted to play God, like full-blown God, live forever, be his own entire source. You can't do that because you're literally inside of God. So there's no like, I'll make my own source out here. Like, no, you're in God. So what God wants, and what God doesn't want. But it's also an evolutionary process that many planets have gone through, many planetary systems have gone through. We're not the only ones. So we're going through our own evolution right now, and that's what's pretty much happening. So Metatron in Stargate 11 decided that he wanted to take over and live forever. He felt like if he could just take our planetary system, then he can just make his own God world pretty much in here and live and sustain on that energy. But founders out of our planetary system, so beings that are even more collected outside of our planetary system, are kind of like, it's not happening, man. They've put a lot of things in place before any of this even happened, so at least the awakened beings can start connecting with their higher self. So Metatron decides he wants to do a whole takeover. Other beings start getting involved as well. It's not just Metatron and his collective. Other beings from other systems begin to get involved because they get stuck in here too. Because of him doing a bunch of reverse science on what God had created, it kind of created a system where some beings get stuck in here and they forget who they are. And that's pretty much what's happened. So point is you can still connect with your higher self no matter what, because you have your own collective group. So I've explained it in the previous videos where it's like God has baggage, and as God comes down a bunch of Cathar grids, a bunch of planetary systems, eventually he gets down to this. He has too much luggage and he has to continue to leave parts of himself because it's too heavy for him to carry down in frequency. So he leaves parts of himself, and eventually it comes down to the part of just you where there is no luggage. So you still have all those parts of yourself to collect when you go right back up to God. And that's your process. That's your beautiful journey. Nothing can get in the way of that. Metatron is just pretty much has distorted Earth. And that's pretty much what we think of like as Satan, Illuminati. Those are family names that have come from through Metatron. And now we see them as like all this Hollyweird and all this other stuff, all these conspiracies. They all have bits of truth to them, to be honest. But at the end of the day, it's just one entire collective that's distorted everything. But you can go back home no matter what. So